Love or hate Plarail, you gotta admit they know exactly what they are, and they do it well. They are a company who makes model trains, and some of the trains they've produced embody that term well, if you get what I'm saying. I can't really say those are ever the ones I go after. I'm typically collecting Thomas trains or Japanese railway locomotives, but there is a range that admittedly I've considered a few times before. That being Plarail's Disney Dream Railway line, which basically is different Disney characters or engines that are based off of Disney characters. There's a Donald Duck bullet train, a Mickey Mouse steam train, stuff like that. That said, I'm not the biggest Disney guy though, so they're never really things I go out of my way for. Or at least that's how it was. That is until I found out Plarail made this. I don't even know how to describe what you're looking at. This is I guess a Winnie the Pooh wooden steam train? Maybe it's Winnie the Pooh after he's been turned into a train. Yeah, at the very least, it's adorable. It's a wooden Winnie the Pooh train. And the box it's in is very catching, I have to admit. If there's anything I can give the Disney Dream Railway line, it's they have this box art down pat. Here we have a picture of Winnie the Pooh. We have the different Disney logos and the Dream Railway logo. We have a beautiful picture showing the engine and the different cars it'll come with. A little window that shows you the engine itself, the side show, I guess the entire consist. We have a really cool dreamlike background that looks like space, maybe the opening of a Disney movie, and that's on both sides. I believe this here is a information card with info on the engine, I guess. And of course, my favorite part, the back. And this shows you another picture of the locomotive and how the cars work. It looks like the little honey jars inside of them should move. And here we have another illustration of the different engines that are provided in this line. Looks like there's a Mickey Mouse bullet train, the Donald Duck bullet train, stuff like that. Like I said, those aren't really the things that have pulled me into this range. That would be this thing. So we're gonna talk about this thing. Interestingly, the battery diagram isn't here on the back, but on the bottom. It's here where it shows you how to power the engine. It looks like it's just a normal sort of setup where the top part here comes off, you put the battery in, put it back together, and the train is going. So this should be pretty simple. I'm sorry I've been all over the place with this. I feel all over the place. I don't know how to feel about this. It's just, what? Let's go ahead and pull him out, because I'm curious to see. All right, there's the engine. I think this is the cars. All right. Ladies and gentlemen, here we go. The most interesting review I think I've ever done. Definitely most baffling. I guess let's start with this engine here. Okay. If you didn't expect me to say this was adorable, that's your fault, really. Let's get him out of this little plastic prison he's stuck in here, and I'll show you what he looks like up close. All right, ladies and gentlemen. So here is this very strange, very odd steam engine. This is adorable. There's no other way to put it. Here you can see it has a wooden molded Winnie the Pooh face. It's got honestly really good wooden detailing on the boiler and all around the entire thing. It's got very nice red side rods that don't make any contact with the cab. You think they would, but it looks like they have pretty good rolling capabilities there. Looks like here we have a little wood load. Sadly, a molded wheel on the back, but it's not really that big of a deal. And just a very, very bright livery. What words can you use to describe this besides adorable and different? He has these almost Bowser-like boiler stripes here that I presume are keeping this thing from exploding. I think if an engine was built like this, it would probably not last very long, but at the very least it would. I mean, if it had this livery and a Winnie the Pooh face, it'd be a cute one. The front smoke box part has his little ears there, the funnel on top, and these little square, almost pug-like buffers that sit on the front. And just what a strange engine. If you're not a fan of Winnie the Pooh, I can't think of any other situation or reason you'd buy this, though. I'm not sure what else you'd turn it into, since I'd hope this isn't a real-life basis. Actually, no, I take that back. I do hope this is a real-life basis, and if it's not, I'm gonna make one. My personal idea for it was to make a little forest layout and have it run in the middle around a big tree or something, but besides that, I can't really think of any situation. A normal person would see this and be like, oh, that belongs in my collection, besides the fact that it's so cursed and adorable. Also, before I forget, the Mr. Sanders here is a nod to Winnie the Pooh's house. The top of his house says that same thing, so they put it on the side of the cab here, which I thought was really cool. And I think that's maybe a bell there. I'm not sure what this part here would be. Just what a strange engine. It's very cool, but there's not much else I can say besides that. And he comes with 2 wagons, as you can see here. And interestingly, it looks like, okay, actually, let me get these out of the plastic, and then I'll say that. And here we got, all right, here's one car, and let's get this other truck out. Okay, so right off the bat, I'm noticing they kind of cheaped out on the second truck. As you can see here, the first one has a painted sign that says Honey Cargo Locomotive, that's spelled a little weirdly and kind of adorable. And this one here has the mold for that same sign, but does not have the sign. Thankfully, on this one, it does carry to both sides, but on this one, there is nothing, which does kind of stink a little bit, but at least they gave them different colored honey jars. And as you can see, these things, they shake like King Julian. They like to move it. And I'm pretty sure as the train goes... Okay, so these are the same as the Thomas and Neopak. The wheels have a little bit of a bump to them, so when they move, they'll have a little bit of a groove and move the honey jars as the end of that process. I don't know what I was trying to say there. I don't know if you could tell. This is a flustering review. I don't know what else there is to say besides what the fuck. This is just such an interesting pack. I mean, if you're buying this, buy it for the fact that you'll never own another Plarail engine quite like it, or maybe see another engine in this design. This is just so weird, but in a good way. And I have to say, the wagons themselves complement the engine very well. The wood detailing is pretty much the exact same on the truck as it is on the engine, but again, yeah, that just means consistency across the consist. I have to say, altogether, what a banger pack. It's just so different, so odd to see something like this. But if I was gonna have a Winnie the Pooh locomotive, I would want him to have some honey jar cars, so they're doing it right at the very least. I find it hard to describe. I find it hard to give any real description besides strange, but it's cool. I have to say, this is not a purchase I regret. If anything, it showed me the Disney Dream Railway line is a little bit more interesting than I thought. So with all of that being said, let's just get a battery in this dude and see him run. What else is there to do besides that? See a therapist. I'll put that on my calendar. I need that after this. You like the wobbles?
I love the wobbles.
The wobbles.
Look at them.
The wobbles.
Look at them go.
So I did not waste my money.
Either subscribe, donate, or get the fuck out.